To withhold what we have to say would be an adjunct to that which was already said yesterday. It serves no one well to withhold the truth of matters as we see it. To start, today we have noticed that before things get moving in the external world, certain requisites need to be met. These are forced upon others to do what they will have to enable that which is to occur to happen. Previously, it is seen that 2 instances of betrayal were forwarded to those in charge before all could be said and done with them. It behooves those in charge to make matters worse before making them better. In this way, accountability will be seen for what it is: treasonous behavior on their part. In the middle of all this are schemes to perpetrate losses all around: loss of speech, loss of thinking, and loss of that which you hold dear. In these events, it is said, by means of obtaining proof of the matter, it would be better to adhere to doctrines already put in place to secure their position worldwide. Inasmuch as this be done, we say the gavel will strike at those most vulnerable, and, to put it mildly, will suffer great consequences for their behavior. To wit, the Gates man, who inordinately supposed his clinical demeanor would save the world by punishing those who have no clue to his end means, and having this betray him, will go far in enveloping circumstances that surround his demise in this way. There are others whose time is near to confront their betrayal to humanity for several causes, and this will impede their plan of action. Notwithstanding the brunt of the issue here, we see all involved in betraying souls who wish for a better life in an adjunct position, for it is within their power to usurp control and bring things under a tighter rein for humanity to work from. This is not to say it will be easy. Difficulties mount as do inequalities in service, and this alone is cause for alarm, as all will not see this equally. There is much that will be done in the aftermath of this situation, and best to be involved with others of like mind to bring things forward in a positive direction. Fear not, for in these events lay the keys to freedom for all, and the advent of circumstances that will be hailed as the forerunners of justice and fair play for all. All that needs be done in this situation is to lie low and see what occurs, while at the same time, knowing that all is planned from the beginning, to see the course of action that is decided upon by those who have the ability to do so. It is not within your grasp to know the outcomes before they happen, and so we say to you that to enjoy the show is a most profitable adventure, for then you see the composition and framework of those involved laid bare for all to see, and the admonition before them to succumb to the darkness they have prevailed upon this earth in ways to the detriment of all who have lived on its surface for eons of time. We say this also: it is not what is of value to each that must be considered as much as what is of value to all involved that must be a point of consideration for all involved. Never have we seen at this time so much negligence on the part of those who would destroy the livelihood of those who dwell in peace on this beautiful place. It is unheard of that these tactics be allowed to flourish in the light of being that would purport a caring attitude for all. Its demise is assured, and all things associated with it will die in its wake. Be forewarned in this, for it means far more than can be imagined, as such treachery can only be consumed by that which is effortless in its manner of being. The great earth has the warp and means of dealing with this at her disposal, least of which is flood and famine for all who do not incur her best practice of live and letting live in peace and freedom of being. We forswear the following, for in her presence is the great escape to lands where we can know and be aware of all that is present, to involve all who seek peace and well-being in these times. Go, without knowing how or why these things must occur, for they will occur in many ways through the next cycle of being for all, until all is clean and ready to be used in new ways to benefit all that come to her shores for safety and refuge.